Hi everyone, my name is Chris, and this is my last degree of the MLS at the University of Buffalo. I am excited to be in this class with all of you, and I am particularly excited to share my Book of Heart. This was a very tough decision for me because I have always been an avid reader, so there were a couple of titles to choose from, but the one that I finally settled on was Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. Now, this is the first book in a 5-book series, and it follows a boy who follows his baby sister when she tumbles down a laundry grate, and they end up discovering a whole kingdom underneath New York City. A little bit medieval style, a little bit fantasy. There's no magic exactly, but there are talking bats, talking spiders, rats of unusual size. And I really love this series. Now, if you don't know who Suzanne Collins is, she is the author of the Hunger Games series. However, the Underland Chronicles was her first series, and in my opinion, it's her best series. This series shares a lot of similarities with the Hunger Games. You do still deal with teenagers and young adults. You do still deal with war and PTSD and what happens when you make the right choices and the wrong choices. But this book and this series was one of the first books I read as a kid where it treated the child characters and the young adult characters as if they were real people with minds and characters of their own, and not just happy caricatures going on a fantasy adventure because they are happy children. This series was not the only series, but one of the first series that also made sense that there are adults in your life that you can't trust. There are people in your life who are not always trustworthy. And I got a lot of my sense of self and my bravery and my independence from books like these, but especially this book. I reread this series every year. It has stayed with me that long. And at the end of the series, I cry. I still cry. In a good way. It is a happy-ish ending, but I do cry. That being said, I do recommend the series to all of you. There's adventure, there's a little bit of romance, there's a prophecy, there are rats of unusual size, there's deep friendship, there's family, and it's just a great series all around, no matter how old you are. So if you have read it, I look forward to discussing it with you. If you have not read it, please give the first book a try. And I am excited to have shared with you my Book of Heart. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and I hope I can do this again. Have a great one.